So, i-Mutation continued. Let's turn to the palatal side. So, in an i-Mutation becomes e. Yeah? Moved closer. To e. If you have a, it's further apart than e. Okay, you can see that. So, again, an i-Mutation so far as that a vowel is assimilated to a succeeding e or y. Okay, that's that. A, you see that, goes up. And sometimes, fed in with a velar vowel, an a. Yeah, those two things, they go a bit topsy-turvy. But you will see what I mean when I turn to the respective examples. Yeah, so a and e is closer, as you can see from this chart, closer to e than a is. Therefore, simplification. Okay, a common example. You have in Old English alt. Okay, alt, as you have in contemporary German, alt, here we go, which turns into modern English, old, the sound shift between those two. We come back to that, okay, old. But the plural is the thing. In Germanic, there must have existed, not the plural, sorry, the comparative, okay, the comparative. Aldiero, older. Okay, it must have been something like aldiero. And then you see the rule of the e umlaut, the i-Mutation applies because there is an e in the following syllable, and aldiero becomes eldiero, and later on eldra, and then in modern English it becomes elder. Okay, so this is the thing it is. Basically, what you need to know here is that there is an I, becomes an E in the end. So I, and then goes up into E. Elder. A very ancient, archaic comparative, which you still use for something like my elder brother, okay, or an elder statesman. Usually you would say older if you mean things, okay? But old and elder, the second, the comparative, due to an E umlaut. Another example, talu, okay, talo, Germanic, means first of all number, okay, all right, talu. And then it becomes in Old English talu, and then in modern English talu, and since it is a long a, it goes into the great vowel shift and becomes tail. Okay, all right. So yes, in German you still have that Zahl. But what about the verb? Okay, the corresponding verb to tail. Okay, that was in Germanic. It was taljan. Reconstructed, and there you see there is a y in the following syllable. E umlaut, i-Mutation applies, and taljan becomes eventually in Old English telan because of the e umlaut. The y disappears one day, but the e umlaut is still there. And then in modern English you have to tell, okay, because tell has an e umlaut, tail doesn't. Okay, now those two words, yes, originally they mean number. Okay, which you still have in German, erzählen und Zahl. Okay, it was just, the heroes. You have the first number, the second number, the third number when they're sitting around the campfire. Okay, telling tales. Telling tales means usually counting numbers. First number, second number, third number, and okay, telling tales because every tale is a number. Okay, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is historical semantics. We don't do that here usually. Okay, more examples, okay, of i-Mutation which still bug us. Okay, take the word doom, judgment, and the corresponding word deem, okay, means to judge originally. Okay, deem and doom, and there you see deem, the verb corresponding to doom, judgment, was domian, okay, domian, and which then, because of the year, turned into deem, eventually domian, dömian, demian, then the great vowel shift, dem, and then dem, great vowel shift into deem. You know the trick right now, okay? I didn't give you the whole thing. Blood and bleed, okay? Blood, no problem at all. Blood, 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 great vowel shift, blood, and then shortened blood, blood, yeah, bud sound. All right, blood. Okay, but bleed was blodjan, and blodjan then turned into blödjan, and blödjan into blade, and blade, great vowel shift, into bleed. So yes, the verb due, the vowel due to i-mutation, blood and bleed, blodjan. There was a y once. Sell and sold, interesting case, yeah. Because sell has the e umlaut this time, okay. Saljan, seljan, sellan, sell, short vowel, no great vowel shift. And then you have sold, the past tense, was salda, okay, salda. There is no e umlaut, okay, no e umlaut, and therefore salda turned into sold, and then sold in the great vowel shift. So here, the infinitive, present tense, has the e umlaut, not the past tense. Okay. Tell and told, same thing. Yeah. Tell, taljan, it was once. Okay. Taljan, well that. Taljan. And then taljan, tellan, tellan, tell. Okay. E umlaut. Told not. Talda. Okay. Talda becomes tald, and tald becomes told, and told goes into great vowel shift. It becomes told. Okay. So e umlaut here, not there. Lust and list, same thing. Bit ancient. List, archaic. But then again, lust and list, same stem. Okay. Lustjan, 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 listan, list. Okay. E umlaut, or this one here, which still probably is still prominent in religious discourse, brethren. Okay. Brothier, okay, brothieren, something like this, and then the plural had the e umlaut, the singular, not brother and brethren. In religious discourse, you still use a biblical language, okay. Let's have one last example here, okay. Foul and filth, same thing, and I just wanted to, because it goes right through all the sound changes we've already discussed. Germanic must have existed, fullas, meaning full, fullas. Okay, and there you see there is no I. Fullas becomes. It must have been. It must have been a long. Fullas becomes. Fool in Old English, all right, and fool is a long vowel, goes into the great vowel shift, okay, and foul eventually, no problem here. But what about, the corresponding noun? It must have been foolitho, long vowel, foolitho. And then since there is an I, an E, i-mutation, E umlaut, foolitho becomes Fylitho, and then the usual thing, Fylitho, fylith, filth in Old English, filth, and then you see S10 applies, shortening in the 10th century, okay, because there is a consonant cluster, okay, and before consonant clusters, long vowels in monosyllabic words, shortened. We learned that, So filth becomes filth, and then is unrounded into filth. Okay. So you have an i-mutation here, and you have the shortening of the 10th century, and those two, plus the unrounding, responsible, okay, for the modern pronunciation filth and the spelling. Okay, foul and filth. Right. Okay, I hope I've made myself clear. I mean, i-mutation is an important sound change, okay, in the vowels. It still bugs us. You still have it. And in everyday words, okay. Man and men. Oh, come on. That's a word very often used. Mouse and mice and things like that. So you may be able to explain that now. So if you have these incongruencies, I mean, there's one form which was affected, the other wasn't. Okay. All right. We'll take it up from here. later.